Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the Modern Warfare 2 2022 guns that have been confirmed. I know I'm a little bit late to this, but this tweet was released on August 17th by COD Intel ES. So here we have some classic guns. We have got the ACR, one of the biggest fan favorite guns of all time from any Modern Warfare, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. It was a bit more of a medium sort of fire rate gun with high damage, very good from medium to long range, and you could still just about use it for a short range battle if you wanted to. Another classic was the MTAR. We've definitely seen different variants of this gun, given it different names, but this was also one that was from the original Modern Warfare 2 in 2009. High fire rate, and I do remember it having quite a bit of recoil, but you can definitely use it in close range. Honey Badger is probably fairly similar to the MTAR, but I just think it has less recoil and maybe slightly less fire rate. The M4A1 is probably my absolute favorite gun of all time because it is all round amazing. You can use it from short, medium to long. It's got an okay fire rate. It does pretty good damage. It is definitely a gun that I'm looking forward to be absolutely shredding with. Next up, we have the FAMAS. This gun was almost legendary in Modern Warfare 2, just purely because it was able to be used in any range whatsoever. It was nearly a one burst, two burst kill, so you knew that you were going to be dangerous with this gun. We have the M4. The M4 was just a slightly faster fire rate than the M4A1, but I think it deals slightly less damage. We've definitely seen this in other Call of Duties. It's definitely a good gun. It's definitely one to be looking forward to. Scar L, or back in the day it was known as the Scar H. This gun was so deadly. It didn't have the biggest mag, but it definitely dealt a lot of damage, but a fairly slow fire rate. You're going to want to be looking to use this gun anywhere between a medium to a long range. The M13, now we have seen this in Modern Warfare 2020. It's a good gun. Loads of people know about it. People still use it in Warzone. I would highly recommend using this gun in Modern Warfare 2. The M16, probably one of the next most famous guns ever to grace Call of Duty. It is a 3-burst. The iron sight is very thin, so you're able to get those headshots. You're using this from a medium to a long range. It is deadly, and it will definitely clear some teams up. The G36, I think we have seen this. I think we've had different names of this in Modern Warfare 2 and in Modern Warfare in the more classic ones. This one was an all-round fairly good gun. You could definitely be using this roundabout in the medium range. But I'm excited to see what it's going to be like. HK53, I think it's close to an MP5. I don't know the difference necessarily between the two guns. I just know that the MP5 is definitely just one of the best guns ever to grace Call of Duty of all time out of the SMGs. I can see that we've got some classics of a Bison. This Call of Duty, it looks like we have got the AUG. The AUG over the years has gone anything from an assault rifle to a tactical rifle to now going back to a submachine gun, I believe. So that's going to be fairly interesting. And then we've also got the Vector, which is how I remember it as, but some of you I think know it as the Spectre, I believe. It's basically the exact same gun. High fire rate. It will burn through a mag like no tomorrow, but you're probably only going to get about 1 or 2 kills with this before having to reload, because it just shreds. It just absolutely shreds. Will it be meta? Will it be one of the better guns out there? I don't know, but it will definitely be one that's going to be fun to use in those close range battles. Another iconic gun is the P90. High fire rate, amazing in those short range battles, and has quite a large magazine as well. I'm definitely intrigued to see how the customizations, especially for the SMGs, are going to make the SMGs definitely beneficial in maybe open range maps, maybe in a classic map, but like was it Outlast? No, not Outlast. Wasteland, that's the map I'm thinking of. Uzi is definitely a classic. I don't think it's got the highest fire rate, but it is definitely good in those short and even sometimes medium range, depending on how you customize your Uzi. Already gone over the MP5. It is a classic. It's legendary. Doesn't need much more of an introduction. Now, these two guns here, I believe are new. I don't know too much about them. The MPX, we might have seen before. My gun knowledge has kind of gone downhill in the more recent Call of Duties. I'm not going to lie. I think other different games, my gun knowledge is a bit in the bin, but I mean, I'm excited to see what these two are going to be like. The MP7, I mean, we've played it before, haven't we? We know what that gun's going to be like. Fairly good fire rate. It's going to be good in the short range. Just kind of like all of the SMGs, if I'm being honest. The ones that seem to have been confirmed definitely seem to have the same sort of effect of like, these are very close range battle guns, but if you're actually going to be playing Modern Warfare 2 and not Warzone 2, I guess you could say that actually these guns could be pretty goddamn good, if I'm being honest. I'm definitely excited to try out the Bison and the AUG. The only thing I'm thinking, though, is that the AUG has been a burst. I think it was a submachine gun burst. I can't remember. It definitely switched over during the Black Ops days, but I'm definitely excited. I'm thinking the AUG could be a little hidden gem there. So now if we move on to the shotguns, I mean, they all seem to be pump action shotguns. So you're definitely going to want to get up and personal with a lot of people. The M4, the 590 and the 870. We have all seen these before. I'm not really much of a shotgun person. Can't really speak a lot about it other than the fact that I think it's just known the fact that pump shotguns, they definitely deal more damage, but if you're not getting the first shot off, you're probably not going to be winning that battle. Here we seem to have some snipers here. Now, I'm a little bit upset not to directly see an intervention. I would like to think that the intervention, like the name intervention, will be coming back to Modern Warfare 2. But as far as I can see from these snipers, they are all bolt action. Oh no, wait, that one's not bolt action, I don't think. I think these two, so we know the AX50 is a bolt action. And then we've got the MSR is definitely going to be a bolt action. But the Barrett, I can't remember if it is a bolt action or not. So that one will probably deal slightly less damage, but we shall see. Here we have some LMGs. We got the SAW, which is definitely a classic. I think we've seen the HK21 before, but we got no RPD in there, which is kind of a little bit disappointing. I don't know if the SAW, well, no, the SAW was its own gun back in the day on Modern Warfare 2, I'm pretty sure. But we've got 4 LMGs that have been confirmed, which is going to be definitely interesting. I don't mind a bit of an LMG. I think they can be quite good sometimes. Moving on to the pistols, though, so we can see the fact that we've got our classic gun sort here, the 1911, the Glock, and we've got the P320. So we know that these ones here are going to be dealing slightly less damage. They might have a slightly higher fire rate, but we all know it's all about the Deagle, the Desert Eagle, probably the most iconic gun in all of Call of Duty ever. Everyone knows about the Deagle. It's basically a hand cannon. Here we can see our rocket launchers. So we classically got the RPG. We've got I think it's the pillar? The pillar? Which I think just basically locks onto directly on vehicles. So I don't know if we're going to have vehicles to actually play in Modern Warfare 2, or if they're just going to be looking to take out kill streaks. The Stellar, I don't feel like I remember this one, and I don't think it's been around before. It might just be a different version. The Carbine, so this will definitely just be a normal rifle. I think both of these are just normal rifles. So we've got the MK2 Carbine and the SPR208. I've never really been much of a sort of a marksman rifle sort of person, but you know what, sometimes it's nice to mix it up, and it's nice to see the fact that we've got some marksman rifles as well. But I mean, all in all, like, you know, some of the guns that they've got here, they've definitely got a lot of classics. They've definitely brought in some new stuff, different variations. But I would also like to let everyone know this as well. I'm someone who's an idiot who bought the Vault edition, and there will be blueprints, there will be variations of these guns as well. So there's definitely going to be, you know, the more sort of recent Call of Duty sort of trend on blueprints, variations of guns, but hey, we'll see what happens. So that's going to wrap up today's video. Please let me know which guns you are most looking forward to be using. I would definitely say the ACR, the M4A1, definitely going to want to be using that P90, the Deagle as well. The ones that have been confirmed, I am definitely looking forward to, and obviously the MP5. But I am definitely now going to be more interested to know what maps are going to be released. So hopefully that'll be the next video. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.